When will we ever get a good E-Litre in Splatoon 2? Hello and welcome to Splat Talk. I'm my man Smacktal, blah blah blah, you know the words. Version 5.0 is around the corner for Splatoon 2, and the hero from Dragon Quest is out already in Smash Ultimate, but we're not here to talk about that. We're here for the patch notes. Once again, shoutouts to Lin on Twitter for providing us the translation and answering our questions. Without further ado, let's dive in. Apparently it's not just Schellendorf Institute that's gonna have some changes in the stage layout, but also new Albacore Hotel. Splash-O-Medics, Splash Shot Juniors, Splash-O-Medics, Splash Shots, Galfitius and Enzaps will deal 17% more damage to Booyah Bomb armor. Don't mind about it being written Booyah Ball, it's Booyah Bomb. 50 damage radius of Luna Blasters is increased by 2%. The first shot of Squeezers, which as a reminder has more range, more accuracy and deals more damage than his subsequent shots, consume 8% less ink. Carbon and Splat Roller deal 2% more damage to Booyah Bomb armor. Vertical Flick droplets of Flinksa Roller have 12% better painting. Squiffers deal from 17 to now 80 of damage at 99.9% of charge. The Goo Tubers have 1% more range when fully charged, and their partial range is readjusted as well. The Tri-Slasher's ability to hit people has been improved. I read somewhere else it actually says fixed an issue where dead zones in the attack could cause your target to avoid damage entirely by increasing the size of the side slash hitbox. The Nautilus has 8% less ground blurring during shooting, which translates to an accuracy buff for this weapon. This has been confusing for doubles, but apparently it should say that the ink radius of the shot's landing point has been increased by 3%. Glugia Dualists consume 6% less ink. Slash Shot Pros require now from 39 to 42 APs of main power up in order to deal 49.9 of damage. Now, AP stands for ability points, and from what I read, one main ability is worth 10 ability points, and one sub is worth 3 APs. By taking that into account, I've calculated that 39 APs mean 3 mains and 3 subs of one ability, and 42 APs mean 3 mains and 4 subs. So now instead of having 3 mains and 3 subs of main power up, you'll have to get one more sub in order to achieve 49.9 of damage per shots on Splash Shot Pros. The shots of the Inkjet's cannon travel 5% faster. The time it takes for the first Ultra Stamp swing and the time it takes to start swinging repeatedly has been reduced by 2 frames. And finally, the Vanilla Splash Shot, Blaster, H3, Roller and Duelist now require from 180 to 170 of special charge, including all hero variants concerned. Now, first of all, I wanted to express my disappointment of the E-Litre 4K being left untouched in this patch. As you may know, a lot of players demand a buff on this weapon and its kind, often being divided into 2 categories. Those that want to restore its range back to the E-Litre 3K's range in Splatoon 1, and those that want to deal 100 of damage without fully charging this weapon, no matter how. I'm in the second category, and as I already explained, by dealing 100 of damage without fully charging the E-Litre, it allows for this weapon to fire more killing shots more quickly, making it more aggressive, more deadly, more fearsome, and an actual force to be reckoned with on the battlefield. Many of those who understood this in Splatoon 1 used damage up to achieve this. Maybe in a future update this can be done by applying damage increase to main power up on E-Litre 4K. That can be an example. The thing is, it's evident E-Litre is not the same as it used to be in Splatoon 1, for the worse. I find it funny they keep buffing GoTuber to make it relevant when it has never been really this relevant in Splatoon 2. I find it also funny that people want Splat Shot Junior down when they actually give a buff to this weapon in this patch. It seems the developers have readjusted many weapons, but not the most prominent ones, and not in a way they will become more relevant. Besides dealing more damage to Booyah Bomb armor, less ink consumption for Glugia and Squeezer, having to put on one more main power-up sub to achieve max damage on the Splash Shot Pros and the shots of the Inkjet cannon going faster, and obviously the layout changes for Schellendorf Institute and new Albacore Hotel, there's nothing really noticeable to the point of reshaping the meta. I understand the people wanting a range buff on E-Litre 4K because there are shots from a very long distance they could do in Splatoon 1 because they knew they had the range to do it, but they can't do it anymore in Splatoon 2. But to me, the damage nerf has been the most critical for this weapon. I do not use it just like I used it in Splatoon 1. I'm a different person between both games when it comes to playing E-Litre. The way I described the E-Litre's power in Splatoon 1, I'm a much more confident person with this ability to do 100 of damage with a partial charge. I can't play this weapon without it. This is what this weapon needs in my opinion, the most. Well, thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this patch and what needs to be fixed on other weapons and eventually other maps for future updates. And if you have another idea of the topic you want me to Splat talk about, then feel free to suggest that as well. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow me on Twitter and Twitch, links in the description below. This was Stardust and I shall see you next time. Bye! Come to think of it, maybe this is not the first time I'm ranting about E-Litre 4K in Splatoon 2.